Hello, and welcome to the Vongino Predicament. My name is Steve Vongino, and I'm broadcasting live from my home in Columbuston, Ohio, recently ranked America's #1 small town for calling libraries gay and Taco Bell's ethnic. Me? I'm a moderate centrist, bit of a milquetoast fence sitter, and I do this show to provide you, yes you, with the truth, away from the disgusting mainstream media. Pew, 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 that's me spitting on the mainstream media. Today we're talking all about how the Senate has betrayed you, and maybe, just maybe, you should do something about it. And if you do, I'm not legally responsible. Let me get that on the record. You get arrested, maybe put the Patreon link in a QR code, but the point is the border is wide open. Meanwhile, America's purse book is closed tight. For its citizens, that is, but not for funding endless wars in Ukraine and also Israel. But I'm going to talk less about that because it's confusing. Also, I'd imagine our purse book, America's purse book, it's kind of a neon red, white, and blue. It has an eagle on it, preferably an eagle with a gun. Anyway, President Joe Brandon, and I don't remember why we call him that, but I think it was important. He has pushed the make everything you loved as a child awful now button, and consequently LARA CROFT, the Tomb Raider, is now significantly less attractive. Are they trying to make little boys hate women, but in the bad kind of way where they also don't objectify them? We'll find that out soon, when the show starts, right? Consequently. Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. I play guitar. I'm a bit of a, well, quite frankly, punk rock skateboarder. I prefer to rage against the machine. The machine is, of course, the establishment. Those up high. They look down their noses at us and they say, hey, buddy. Hey, you. Yeah, you. You could lose some weight. And also, your show isn't very funny. And there's a reason. Quite frankly, your credit card got declined trying to buy a bean burrito from Taco Bell, and it's our fault. Also, for the record, there's no more dollar menu. That's our fault, okay? They just call it a cravings menu because the anywhere between $1.89 and straight up $4 menu doesn't fit as well on the drive-thru, okay? I rage against that machine. Wanted to address something right up top. Yes, I am very cool. Okay, we got that out of the way. Now there's a second thing I wanted to clarify. There have been some reports that during a recent stream where I just showed pictures of the still struggling East Palestine, Ohio, and kept screaming, got your ass! Woo! I might have accidentally shown to the world the contents of my porn folder, which I have saved in my computer under the name taxes, which is ironic because I have all my taxes saved in my computer in a folder called full penetration. And there are some reports, which I will neither confirm nor deny, that a few of these pictures might have been what is often called lolly, which is apparently drawings of beings that look like tiny children, but are actually several thousand-year-old wizards. And first off, great idea. Good Lord, are the Chinese light years ahead of us. We gotta catch up. But also, those pictures that may or may not have been on my computer were in fact there for a reason, and that's medical, okay? Legally speaking, I cannot cognitively determine what children look like. Which does explain why I was recently arrested for going to a playground and yelling at everyone on the slide to stop driving drunk. It's called toddler blindness, and it affects literally dozens of people around the globe. And someday Chris Hansen will be viewed in the exact same light as everyone who pointed at Helen Keller and laughed. When I saw these images, I did not think, man, that looks like an 11-year-old girl. I was kind of thinking more, short stack thick. And I mean that literally. I thought it was a bunch of pancakes, which is also something I masturbate to. And to everyone who's claiming that there might have been a horse in these alleged photos, I just have to point out that the condition also makes me unable to see horses, which made for a very confusing screening of Seabiscuit. Why is that man riding on that large child? And that answers all of the, quite frankly, slanderous and disgusting out-of-context drama farming people have been throwing against me. Now, thankfully, I face no legal trouble, as of course, child pornography is legal in Columbuston, Ohio, as long as the child is ugly. And these kids were ugly as bejesus. Again, I thought they were pancakes. Okay, on to what we came here for, the news. Today's top story, which you wouldn't know about from the lying liars in the mainstream media, is of course, wait, did I already say I was cool? I did? Okay, cool. Glad we got that on the record. Okay, today's top story. The Senate, which is one of the three branches of government, along with the president and also the Supreme Court, you learned so much from this show, recently passed a $95 billion endowment to the country of Ukraine, I think it is. I'm relatively sure that's a country and not like a state or province or whatever it is they have in Europe, Eastern Division. What every single person in the Senate did. Literally every single one of them, except, of course, for any of them that have agreed to appear on my show, even over Skype, I can do that if I like you, was to stab you personally, in the back. But was it really in the back? Might one say, if they were inclined to do so, that the Senate was so brazenly corrupt they in fact stabbed you directly in the front, while at the same time smiling, akin to the Joker, a sick freak who thinks crime is funny, right at you. Or if they did stab you in the back, it was in the butt, because that's where it hurts the most. And I know what you're thinking, Steve, what do you have against the Ukrainian people? And I have to say nothing. I've even visited Ukraine when I was a top journalist for the popular website spasm.edu in the mid-2000s. By visit Ukraine, I of course mean that I have visited a number of very exciting webcam sites and spoke to a number of Ukrainian women and a few who I thought were women at the time. I have no problem with Ukraine or its proud and usually fairly invoicing people. That being said, I despise the Ukrainian people now. I hate them so profoundly. It infects my blood. And when I cut myself shaving, usually at the request of a lovely Ukrainian person, I feel the hate pour out of me and into a sink. And I'm like, okay, great, no more hate. But guess what? The hate for Ukraine just regenerates and it infects every atom, inside every cell, inside every organ in my body, and also the parts that aren't organs, like my fingernails or the head of my penis. I hate Ukraine. I hate Ukraine. I hate Ukraine so much. Okay, wait, just a second. I have to do an ad read real quick. Let me check this out here. Today's episode is sponsored by, sponsored by the Ukrainian Tourist Bureau. I guess they bought a spot a couple years back. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to restart their economy. I guess I'll just read the copy. Ukraine is beautiful country full of lovely food and drink and entertainment. Most of it still existing. They told me to read it in the heavy accent. That's on them. Come enjoy a beautiful borscht and go perhaps visit one of our many underground. We repeat, underground. We cannot stress that enough. Bathhouses where everyone is woman. If you try hard enough, you coward. Email ukrainerocks@aol.net to arrange your trip today. Ukraine, we love it. You love it. All right, and that gets the ad out of the way. And anyway, fuck Ukraine. I hate it. But why? Why, oh why do I hate it so much? Is it because of several charges on producer Nancy Mom's credit card that were supposed to be listed as Ready Demolition, Tucson, Arizona, but instead got put down as Your Son is a Degenerate Masturbator, LLC? Or is that just a metaphor for what's happening to America at large, where all of our hard-earned money, and some of it we earned in very soft ways, is being sent to fight endless unwinnable wars in parts of the world we couldn't point to on a map, even if we could afford a map, which we can't, thanks Bidenflation. Let me ask you, and don't answer out loud, I can't hear you. Would this $95 billion, with a B, be better spent securing our southern border? We have literally millions of illegal immigrants coming to America every single day, taking our jobs, lowering wages, and inventing no new food items. Okay? You guys came up with the chimichanga in like 1976 and been coasting on it ever since then. All right? Just it's easy. Like, what if nachos were a sandwich? Boom! Done. Now who's stealing whose job, okay? Oh, so the Senate must be stupid, right? They were too busy picking their nose and then putting their boogers up their own butts to realize what they were doing, and just accidentally sent all this money overseas instead of fixing American problems like brown people occasionally being next to us when we go outdoors for too long. Or maybe, just maybe, is this all on purpose? Do the radical communist Democrats want the country invaded because they want more trustworthy voters to put them in power for all of time? Or is it because they all looked into the cost of hiring a Polish nanny and damn, those people value themselves way too much? We can't ever know. Except to say that it's true. It's all true. We know it's true. I have a variety of charts and pie graphs from reputable sources like the Daily Mail and/or texts from my good friend in Malaysia that know everything about American politics and also weirdly stopped texting me lately. I don't know what that's about. So we need to be calling our senators every day and demanding that they take back some of the money from Ukraine and instead devote it to the southern border. Or, just maybe, we could have the Ukrainian army come here and just post up on the southern border. Could work out best for them, actually. Get them out of the hell, the hell that they're living in, that godforsaken country. Truly a nightmare. What kind of sick fuck would ever visit there? Okay, on to the next story. Ladies and gentlemen, go woke, go broke. I say it all the time. Then occasionally go joke, toke. Froke, is that a word? I don't know. The job of an entertainment conglomerate, one of those big companies like Viacom or whoever manages the Chuck E. Cheese band, their job should be to increase value for the shareholders and not to push their radical social agenda about boys sitting down to pee and girls standing up to poop. But all these woke CEOs, every single one of whom went to Wharton and majored in the streets running red with the blood of the white man, they simply can't stop themselves. Their latest victim is, of course, LARA CROFT, the Tomb Raider, which is getting an update in the form of this disgusting feminist image you see next to you. I should get out of the way of it. What, is this better? Okay, is this good? We're kind of over here. Okay, that works. This is the new look for Miss Croft, as revealed by developer Crystal Dynamics as part of their reboot of the game. And listen up, Crystal Dynamics, if that is your real name. You don't know the first thing about Tomb Raider. That game was all about the simple pleasures, namely trying to solve a bunch of puzzles, getting really mad, throwing your controller against the wall, talking your mom into buying you a new controller, dying by falling off a cliff or some bullshit in the game, and then maybe in real life, and either way jacking off to a loading screen. Guy stuff. What will happen to young men now that they no longer have giant triangular knockers to goon to? Will we start seeing testosterone rates going down until eventually all American men are wearing yoga pants and carrying around Soylent in their NPR tote bag? Terry Gross is not a hot piece of ass, no matter how much communist propaganda there is telling you otherwise. I have to ask, much like the Ukrainian war going on forever, and millions upon millions of Mexicans flooding the border to fuck your wife and cut you off in traffic, is this all on purpose? How much does a country like China or Iran, our deadliest enemies, have to gain by making a generation of men, several generations even, into low-T beta males? A lot. That's how much they have to gain. That's how I started that question. But how do we fight this? How do we fight these evil countries trying to lower your virility and possibly steal all of the semen you have currently stored in your balls? First off, you gotta get that semen out. Masturbate to the original Tomb Raider. You gotta do that a lot. I bet you can find playthroughs on YouTube. Jack it to that shit like once or twice a day. Secondly, watch this show. And tell all your friends to watch this show. Thirdly, learn to play guitar. And that should be enough to turn you into a powerful alpha male that will make every single Chinese person alive quiver in their boots. Or maybe ballet flats. I don't know what they wear, but we need to give Lara Croft big boobs again. Oh, and one last thing. Never go to Ukraine. And no, I won't call it the Ukraine. It's a horrible country. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We had fun today. You gotta like and subscribe. I got all the links down there. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Follow me on the socials. TikTok, X.com, which has always been called that. Instagram. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Rumble for whatever reason. Most importantly, I'm on Patreon. And for $5 a month, no money, quite frankly. No money. Even at Taco Bell's expensive cravings menu, you can buy like 2 items as long as it's the right 2 items for $5 a month. Go on my Patreon and you get bonus content. You get an extra video every single week. You get access to bonus features like raw video feeds. You get to vote on polls for my live streams and you get an executive producer credit. Oh, the executive producers. Look at them. Proud people. Good people, mostly. As far as I know, none of them, not a single one, are racist. I mean, they like the show, so they're probably little bit, but for the most part, they're cool. They're chill. We like them. We love them. And we love you. Even if you don't give us $5 a month. I mean, granted, we, being the royal we, the royal me, that'd be a good band name, right? We, all of us here at the Vongino Predicament, love you more if you give us money. Okay? It's a capitalist country. I believe in capitalism. I'm a moderate centrist. We should murder communists, though. Don't murder anyone. We don't do murder. Should I bleep that? I'll probably have to bleep that. I don't know. I should stop talking, but thank you so much for watching. I got another video coming out real soon. And until next time.
I hope this new less yelling approach gets me more views, but I don't know.
Shut up and sit down.